What's going on YouTube? Scott the Chaos over here, and I'm back with another video. And this time I'm not gaming, but I am making a tutorial video for you guys. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is show you guys how I actually record, edit, and publish my gaming videos. Stay tuned. So, do you find yourself sometimes asking Google or YouTube how to use your phone as a Facecam, how to record gaming video, how to make gaming videos with Facecams, and the ultimate of the ultimate, the easiest way to record gaming videos with a Facecam? If you ask yourself these questions, or if you ask Google and YouTube these questions, then you are in the right place, because I have the answer for you. I have what I believe is one of the easiest ways to record gaming videos where you don't even need so much equipment or so much skill to actually be able to make these videos that I usually post on my channel. So the first section of the video will be discussing setup. On the second part of the video, we will discuss the recording of the gameplay. Third part is editing of the videos. So during the setup, I'm going to show you guys how I actually set up my ring light and my phone as the face cam in my room, and I'm recording my gameplay. And then from there, I'll show you how I actually record the gameplay on my console. And it's a very simple process. A lot of you guys might even know how to use it. I mean, how to do it. And yeah, if you don't, then hey, at least you get to learn something new today. And for the third part, I'm going to show you guys how I edit my videos with Adobe Premiere Pro. It's a really good application. At first I didn't find it very user-friendly because I didn't know the controls and all that stuff, but then I think the more you get to use it and the more you research, so on and so forth, it gets a lot easier to use. And I'll show you guys the easiest ways that I record my videos in less than like 30 minutes usually. So for this video, what you will need is a ring light, of course, cell phone to obviously record your face cam or do the face cam recording, and a laptop to edit your videos. Oh yeah, and you also need a console to record your gameplay. So you can either record gameplay on your PS4, your PS5, your Xbox, but since I'm a PlayStation user, I'm a Sony Playstation user, I think this will be more tailored towards the PlayStation users, but I think what I'll be explaining over here can also be useful for Xbox users as well. So yeah guys, just take note that you're going to need those things. Let's get into it. So this is how the setup is in my room, right? I'm filming from this angle so you guys can see where I position my ring light, where I actually sit from, where the TV is, and where my console is. Right, so the reason why I put the ring light over there is so that when I'm seated over there, so I put that panda bear or whatever with the controller in that position so you guys can see that that's exactly where I sit from when I'm recording my gameplay. Right, so the reason why I put the ring light over there is so that I can get a proper angle that literally shows my face and a bit of my shoulders when I'm recording my video, so that I can actually look like a face cam. So I actually put my phone on, you know, that slot that you see over there on the ring light. And then obviously I have my console over there. It is truly a budget setup. As you can see, I actually have it standing on top of a clothing basket. Actually on top of a book, which is on top of a clothing basket. And I've got my games on the side as well. And that is the TV. So yeah, it's a basic setup, but it gets the job done. So this part of the video is where I actually record my gameplay. So it's very simple, there's nothing complicated over here. All I do is just press the share button and press record. So this over here is the share button. Right, so I press on that button over there. And since I don't have a capture card, I can't literally show you how I actually start the recording on my console. A brief explanation of how I do it is that I simply run the game. Once I run the game, I press the share button, then boom, you're in the game. Then you can start. So yeah, this is actually one of the games that I actually wanted to record for my channel. I've already played it before, I finished it, but I want to play it again on the PS5 so I can show you guys what it's like. And yeah, I'm actually going to record this for the channel, but for the sake of you guys seeing how I actually go about doing this, I won't actually play the game right now. It's just so you guys can see how I actually start recording. Alright, so this portion of the video is where we actually start editing our just recorded video, right? Our recorded gameplay. So first thing I want to do is tap here, and then I will proceed to actually giving my video a title. Usually I just stick to acronyms. For instance, since I was recording Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, so the acronym will be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 Part 1. Alright, I don't change any of these settings over here, I just keep them as is. But if you want, if they might be different on your computer, just try to use these ones that are here. Tap OK. I'm still a beginner on Adobe Premiere Pro, so maybe if I do change those settings, maybe something better would happen, but I don't know. I just keep it as is. And yeah, so this is what the user interface looks like. It can be intimidating on the first glance. I know it was for me. When I saw it, I was like, how the hell do I use this thing? But I think the more you use it and the more you learn, it just gets easier and easier. It's just how it is. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is want to import all of our recorded media into this box right here. So let me start with actually adding my gameplay. So quickly drag that into here. Done. And then I will go ahead and select my, let's minimize that, select my Facecam, which is here, drop it in there. Done. Alright, so the first thing that I'll drop into the sequence, which is over here, this box, is the gameplay. Quickly drop that in there. Nice, we're good to go. Then I will grab my Facecam, drop it in as well, and we're good to go. So as you can see over here, now that I've actually dropped the Facecam into the sequence, it actually covers the whole space, and you cannot actually see the gameplay. And that's why our ultimate goal in this video while we're editing is to actually compress the size of the Facecam, put it in the corner so that we can actually see the gameplay, right? Because this is what we want to be. This is what we want to be able to see, the gameplay after all. So put that back. So yeah, before we actually do that, the first thing I actually make sure is that the audio is in sync, right? So as you can see, when you record your gameplay, you're actually recording on your phone and you're recording on the console as well. So there's two sources of audio, right? So there's audio coming from, so when you're recording the gameplay, you get two audios in one audio track, which is your voice recording and the sound from the game, right? And then when you're recording from your phone, you only get one audio, one source of audio in your audio track, which is your voice recording only, right? So what we want is the sound from the Facecam and the sound from the gameplay recording to be in sync, right? And for us to achieve that, we need to, it's either we eliminate one of the audio tracks or we crop until we're able to keep the sound consistent. But cropping until you keep the sound consistent is very difficult and it takes too much time. So the best thing to do is just to eliminate one of the audio tracks. And I advise you not to eliminate the audio track of the gameplay, because the audio track of the gameplay contains the sounds recorded within the game and your voice recording, right? So what you want to eliminate is the audio recording from your Facecam, right? The reason why I'll actually show you why it's necessary to sync the audio, or eliminate one of the audios, because this is what happens.
What's going on YouTube? Scott the Cows over here. Back again with another video. Actually, this video is actually a twin.
So as you can see over here, this portion, what's happening is that the sound is echoing, right? It sounds like as if I'm speaking over myself. That happens because there are two audio tracks playing at the same time. So what you want to do is you want to eliminate one of the audio tracks to keep the sound consistent. So the first thing that we're going to do is unlink the audio track from the Facecam, which is over here, right? So there's a shortcut to do that. You can either press Control L, right? Or you can simply go to the Facecam, right click on it, and then tap on unlink, right? When you tap on unlink, these two files will unlink. But I'm just going to use the shortcut so you guys can see what it's like. So Control L. So now I've unlinked the audio track from the video, right? So here's the audio track that I want to delete, and then I'll simply just press delete, and then it will delete it, right? Or I can just tap on that on the audio track, and then right click, come all the way here to clear, and then boom, it's gone. So let's see what the audio is like now.
What's going on YouTube? Scott the Cows over here. Back again with another video.
So as you can see, now the audio is consistent, it does not echo, and it's just perfect, right? So that's what you want to achieve in your videos. When you are doing face cams, you need to make sure that the sound from your voice is in sync with your lip movements as well, right? And you don't want to have two voices running at the same time, right? Because when you press play on your controller, it's hard to actually press play on your controller and play on the phone at the same time to make sure that the recording starts at the precisely at the same time. It's hard to do that. Not that it's impossible, it's unnecessary. So yeah, you want to make sure that the audio of your voice is consistent with your lip movement. Alright, so now that we've done that, the next step is for us to quickly remove this, just trim the video a bit, just so that we make sure that both the videos are the same size, right? As you can see, there's a small discrepancy there between the two videos. One is longer than the other, so we're going to take the razor, which is this one over here, place it here, cut that, and then we delete that portion. So now we know that the videos are literally the same size. Great. So now to the most important part, which is creating our picture-in-picture, right? What you're gonna do first is, I'm gonna tap here on this on these two arrows, right, on this panel. Then you'll get this menu over here. So what you want to do is tap on effects, and then we'll go all the way to video effects over here. Let's scroll that down. All right, so we'll come all the way to transform. We drag it down. So usually on my videos, right, what I prefer to do is I like having myself, I like placing myself in an angle where I'm actually facing the action, right? So from this angle, I'm not actually facing the action properly. So what I do is I take this effect over here, which is the horizontal flip, drag it all the way into the box, boom, and then it flips me, right? Like that, I'm actually facing the action. And the reason why I do that is because it's a very convenient way for me to do it. You know, it just flips it instantaneously. I've seen in other videos where they explain how to actually flip your video horizontally, where I think the option that that they say is you come all the way to, I think it's stylize. Yeah, this is the one. Then you use basic 3D. It's just, you drag basic 3D from here to there. For me, that process is long because it doesn't flip it instantaneously, because you will drag it there and then you still have to come here to the effects controls, tweak a couple of things, and it just takes so much time, So I just prefer not to use it. Maybe for you it might be better, but for me, that's just how I prefer it. And yeah, after that, I take the crop effect, boom, drag it all the way into my face cam, right? So once that's done, I'll go all the way to the effects control, which is over here. So sometimes you might find that on your computer it doesn't automatically show the effects control. You might find that it's here, right? And then after you've dragged your effects, you're gonna get confused as to, so I've dragged my effects now, why is it that the controls are not there? So you actually need to come all the way here to effects control, and then yeah, that's when you'll get the menu. So the menu is not showing right now because I haven't selected the video. So I need to, once I select the effects control tab, I need to go back to the video, which is face cam, type it again, and then yeah, the options are going to appear once again. All right, so one thing you also need to notice is that as you can see here on the effects control, you have the crop option, right? So usually it does not appear, the crop option does not appear on the effects control tab if you don't drag the effects, if you don't drag the crop effect into your video. For instance, if you look here on the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I haven't dragged any effect into it yet. So if you come here to effects control, right, and I tap on the Call of Duty video, you'll see that the crop effect is no longer there, right? Because we haven't actually added it into the video. So back to our face cam. What I do over here is, so I adjust the position and the scale, right? So this part over here adjusts the position horizontally, and this part adjusts the position vertically. So if you left click and hold and take it either left or right, it's gonna move the picture left or right, as you can see. And then same applies over here. If you left click and hold, if you move it left or right, it's going to take it up or down, you see. So that's just how it is. But anyway, I have set figures that I use for my videos, which are convenient for me. You guys can use them as well in your videos. So I use 320 for the horizontal position, and then I use 680 for the vertical position. And then for the scale, right? So on scale, what happens is if you move left, it decreases the size. If you move right, it increases the size. See, left decreases, and right increases. But I have my set figures that I like using, which for this one is 35. Boom, and there you go. All right, so the size has been minimized. Oh, I actually made that 380 is actually supposed to be 680, right, vertically, so I can drop it a little bit lower. Perfect. Now we're going to scroll all the way down and we come into the crop effect, right? So you can crop it from the left, the right, the left, the top, right, or the bottom. Usually I just look at my video over here, and then I think to myself, okay, so where do I want to crop it from? So I want to crop it from the right, so I can get something, take out this portion of the image, and I also want to crop a little bit of the top, right, so I can remove this portion of the image. So let's go to the top. So on the top I remove about 13%. That's what I prefer. That's the number that I usually use. Boom, and yeah, that part is actually reduced. And then on the right I crop out about 40%, as you can see. Boom. So now it gives me that shape that I actually like. It's a nice kind of square, almost. I'm not sure if it's actually a square, but yeah, it might even be a rectangle. But yeah, this is the shape that I prefer. You can see my face, you can see my shoulders, and yeah, there isn't much of the background, right? There isn't much of the background that I'm actually in the video, so that's what I prefer. Then we actually done, but I don't actually end my videos over here, right? So I still need to add my intro video and my outro video. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll tap on this again, take it back to my project, and then I'll look for my intro video. Well, first I'll start with my outro. Okay, let me quickly drag that in here. Then I'll drag in the intro. Boom, tap that back. So the first one that I actually post into the sequence is the outro. Funny enough, it actually should be the intro, but this is just the way I prefer to do it. It's easier for me, but you can always do it whichever the way you want to do it, but this is the way that's convenient for me. So I put in my outro, then I apply the default transition. Usually this message appears, but it doesn't actually affect my video. Maybe it does, I just don't know that it does. But yeah, I just press OK, I ignore that, and I check to see if the transition actually, wait, now let's see if the transition actually works. Alright, so the transition actually worked. That's the name of the transition that I use is cross dissolve. And then take it back to the beginning. Alright, then after that I press Control A, so it selects literally the whole video. I shift it a little bit towards the right. Boom. And then I take my intro video, put it in there. Nice. Then I drag back my whole video there. So now it's connected. Then I add a transition again. So my default transition is cross dissolve, right? You can find the transitions by the effects over here, and then you just choose whichever transition that you want. All right, but I just use the default transition. So yeah, and then let's just go back to the project. And yeah, I can basically say that my video, I'm basically done editing my video. Yeah, because I've got my intro, I've got my transitions, and everything is done. See, easy, nothing complicated. So once I'm actually done editing my video, what I do next is I have to export it, right? So I press either Control M, or I come here to File, Export, Media, right? My computer is not a high-end computer, so it does take time to process these things sometime. But yeah, what you want to make sure is, before you start exporting, you want to make sure that beginning to end, right? You want to make sure that this part here is literally towards the very beginning, and this part over here is literally towards the very end, right? Once that's done, once you confirm that, oh yeah, and make sure that it's a custom range. On the format, I think on default the format settings don't come like this, so you need to select that. You need to select it to H264, especially if you want to upload your videos to YouTube. Make sure you select that one. And yeah, I think that remains standard. Oh yeah, then you can choose the name of the video and the location where you're gonna save it as well. So let's quickly tap on that. All right, so let me select the place where I'm gonna save the recording. So I'll save it here, my Call of Duty Modern Warfare file, and I'll just name it CDMW 2019-1, and that's where I will save it. So you want to make sure that these two boxes are checked. You want to export the video and the audio, and then you don't need to check that. I usually don't play around with these. I just come straight away right here and export. Tap export, then it just starts exporting. Usually takes like about, since this is a 38-minute video, maybe might take like about 4 hours to export. And yeah, you're good to go. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my tutorial on how I edit my gaming videos for YouTube. Good people, thanks once again for watching this video. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have given me so far. And if you did find this video helpful, and if you did enjoy the content, please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, and if you also have any questions and you need further help with what I just explained in this video, feel free to drop a comment as well, and I will assist to the best of my ability. Thanks once again for everything. Good people, stay safe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. There's definitely more content coming to the channel. Have a good one.